Hi Virginie, hi Nico, hi Marcus, hi Eleonora Kinnicki. This is an experiment I'm going to do for you today, a lesson which is principally about relaxing therapeutic movements that will help you not to have pain in your back, to get rid of stiffness and all that kind of thing. So it'll be less dynamic today and more therapeutic. I'm just going to change the screen a little bit so you can see me on the mat here. So we're going to start with what I call self-cranial treatments. And Marcos, this is really a great one for you to do for your back right now. So if you would like to lie down and take a few breaths to calm down and relax. I guess many of us have been under a lot of stress lately. So take a few minutes to just imagine that you're floating in the sea, that you feel really supported by the water, like you're floating on your back. Imagine your favorite beach. Some of us, I know, will be imagining Tinos. Easy breaths, and then very, very slowly, the rhythm is the rhythm of fascia. You begin rotating your arms and legs inwards very, very slowly. It takes 15 counts to go from one point to the next point. And then very, very slowly, you begin rolling the arms and the legs outwards. Easy deep breaths the whole time. Make sure that you are rolling from the hips, from the shoulder joints, not from the knees, not from the ankles, not from the elbows. No strain. It's very easy. This movement actually reflects what happens naturally with the cranial system. So you have inward movement, which is called flexion. Easy deep breaths the whole time, everything very relaxed. And the outward movement in the cranial world is called extension. If we're in a state of health, there's balance between these two phases. But some people may have more of an emphasis on this phase where turning in the flexion phase. If they get stuck there, they tend to be more introverted type of people. And then with the outward phase, the extension phase, if people get stuck there, they tend to be the extrovert types. But what we want really is a balance between the two. And I think that's 5 times. People that know me I'm not good at counting. Just take 3 breaths, 3 nice breaths. Let the body digest what you've done, because it seems very simple, but it actually works on quite a deep level. Now, if you've got one of these soft balls, you can blow it up to a height which is appropriate for you. Start off with a medium kind of height, and bend your knees and lift your pelvis off the mat and place the ball underneath your sacrum. It's very important that it's underneath your sacrum and not elsewhere. So it's that beautiful triangular bone there. Make sure that you don't have the chin too far down. The chin is a little bit up. The shoulders are surrendered. The legs are really hanging down. And the point of this exercise is to get the psoas muscle to release. The psoas muscle is a muscle that is archetypal, and it tends to grip when perhaps we've had an injury or an emotional upset, and then it stays tight, and that can cause all kinds of back pain and hip pain. So this is to release the psoas. You very gently take the pelvis over to one side, easily relax, and you can roll the head either in the same direction of the pelvis or in the opposite direction. Choose what is comfortable for you. And very, very easy, let the pelvis roll over the ball and come to the other side. You'll notice that I'm keeping my opposite shoulder really well down, well rooted. That was once. I'm going to try and count. And if you happen to become aware of anywhere that's a little bit tight, a bit uncomfortable, just use your out breath to soften that. And as you roll the head to the one side, make sure that you don't bring the chin down, but the vertebrae of the neck turning one on the other. If you were to bring your chin down, you would be making the neck area more straight than it should be. That natural curve in the neck should be there all the time. Easy deep breaths, big deep breaths. The feet are like baby's feet, they're so soft. And okay, you do notice that you roll as far as you can, but there is no need to force. The body will open up like a flower. You're almost in a kind of dream state. Maybe check yourself out that you turn the head far enough. But don't push. Really, the golden rule is never push, never force. Trust your body, it will open. I promise you it will. You might find your breath changing. That's all part of the relaxation process. So, carefully take the ball out and stretch the legs down and again, 3 breaths. Give your body a chance to let go of that tension that is probably taken in the last weeks of this incredible change you're going through. And let your body relax and react. Notice how my right arm is going. That's not something my logical mind is doing. It's a spontaneous movement born out of what we've done. It's part of the magic of fascia work, and it's very, very, very healing if that happens to you. Let it go. I've got a few issues with that right arm, which is why that was happening. And now we're going to go into these very magical spirals, which are really very healing. See, bring your right hand underneath your neck and your fingertips are gently touching the left side of the cervical vertebrae there. And your left hand comes on the forehead and your fingertips are very gently touching that little dip that you'll find there. And keeping very easy and relaxed, keeping the left shoulder down, take the pelvis all the way over to the right. Notice, don't force, golden rule. Notice where you may have a stiffness, perhaps. Use your out breath to relax there. And then when you return, the important thing is to spread the back across the floor as you come back into the beginning position. So here we go again. Your touch, when you're working with the fascia of the body, is gentle, it's non-invasive, it's like a suggestion. If you reach here comfortably, you don't really have any pain or discomfort, you can use your coccyx like a bony handle and send it a little bit forward. So again, you're giving that psoas a little bit of a stretch, and then you spread the back across the floor and come to the original position. And here we go again for the third time, and the hand on the back of the neck here on the opposite side of the cervical spine is very gently pulling to the right. And the hand that's on the forehead is very gently pulling to the left. It's all very gentle. We're accessing the fascia through the skin. So we're going to change the arms. Okay. And this time it's the right shoulder that's rooted down, gently like you're exploring, discovering your body, center of pelvis. Over to the left, if you have any kind of injury, you might find that one side is very different from the other. That doesn't matter, the process will heal that. The right shoulder down, easy hip joints, pelvis is just rolling, easy. Notice where you may have tension. I've got a little bit around the area of my right shoulder blade. So I'm going to use my out breath to soften there as I send my coccyx gently forward. And it's important the return. Return is always with the focus in the back of the body. Spread the back across the floor like spreading butter over bread. And actually using your back in that way, without you really realizing it, means that you access the deep abdominal muscles. So, this time, new spiral, we place the hand on the chest area, the thumb and the second finger are open, and those fingertips there touch the collarbone, so you're accessing the collarbone. When we're working with the fascia, you feel a softness of touch, which is as if a leaf were dropping to the earth. The idea is, or the reality really is, if we treat the body gently, with love and respect, so here we are, the left shoulder is down, the pelvis over, very relaxed, almost like a dream state. If we touch the body gently with love and respect, the body will respond. It doesn't, on a deep level, it responds. The fascia begins to release, open up, relax. Spread back across the floor. Once more. And then very easy, very gently. Very gentle pull on the skin. For those of you that have neck problems, it's wonderful. Just be careful not to bring that chin down. So we change the arms, make sure the legs are a little bit apart. It's important. Easy, soft. Probably you'll find the body going even further. You may find the breath changing, that's okay, it's good. You may find Go a little bit further. Really developing your sensitivity of the back of you. You know, our eyes are in the front, so we're much, those of us that can see are much more aware of the front of our body than the back, whereas a blind person has a much more, a better awareness of the back of the body. But the more you develop this sensitivity of spreading the back across the mat, the better. Okay, and now bring the palms of the hands together in front of the chest area. Do check that your legs are hip width apart or even a little more. It's important, the release in the hips for them not to be together. And dream state, easy state. Take the pelvis up to one side. Everything soft. And then, yeah, cell by cell, spread the back across the floor. Easy breaths, easy breaths. Opposite shoulder always down, remember that. Remember, no pushing. It's like you're having a nice little connection with your body, nice little conversation with your body. Well, how are you today? Well, yeah, a bit tight in the right shoulder. Okay. So let's soften that and let go of that. It's like you're ironing out the back. Okay, I think that was 3. Take the hands above the head. And send the pelvis to one side. Turning the head in the opposite direction. You'll find with these changes in the position of the arms that it stretches and opens up different areas of the body. This one is lovely, the psoas. And still, yes, develop that relationship of spreading the back of the body across the floor when you come back, cell by cell. Easy breaths the whole time, easy. Very conscious of the changes, very conscious of what is happening with your body. So becoming aware, more aware of how we feel physically. No need to judge anything. Everything is fine. You all work very hard. You've been through a lot lately, so if we're a bit stiff, it's hardly surprising. So we now bring our arms into the siding position, I call it. So you have the elbow in line with the shoulder, and you form a right angle with the upper arm and lower arm. Palms of the hands to the ceiling. The silence walk. And we send the pelvis over to one side. Easy, opposite shoulder down. Spread the back across the mat. Oh, isn't that nice? Yeah. Opposite shoulder down. Ooh, like a cat. Stretching. That's so good. And spreading back across the mat. And here we go. One more time. Like that. Make sure you've got nothing in the back of your hair that's bothering you, you know. I've got my hair loose, these, so that you roll over the skull comfortably. And then you go to the one side. And imagine you're holding a steering wheel and turn the steering wheel to your left. Whoops, I've got my weights in the way here. Yeah. And then turn the steering wheel back again and spread back across the mat. And take the pelvis over. Imagine you're holding a steering wheel. Turn the steering wheel to the right. Return the steering wheel and begin spreading the back across the mat. Go to the other side. Easy. Steering wheel. Turn the steering wheel back. Spread. So if you've been studying a lot, this is lovely. Take the pelvis over to one side, sorry about that. And then turn the steering wheel a little bit to the right. And back. Spread back across the floor. Okay. Continuing now, you take the pelvis over, turn the steering wheel, and then let the top leg stretch down and the opposite arm stretch back. And then bend the knee and bend the elbow. Return the steering wheel and return the back. And into the spiral. Turn the steering wheel to the right. Extend the top leg down. The other opposite arm back. Bend the knee and the elbow. Steering wheel back. And spread the back across the floor. And stretch the legs down. And stretch the arms down. And just relax so the body can really digest what we've done. I want to say it's perfectly normal when you're doing therapeutic work that the intestines may move. So don't worry about that, and if you're exercising on your own, obviously more of an opportunity to let go. So give yourself a nice big hug. So what's happening is you're accessing this side of your shoulder blade, and again you're going to be using your touch and accessing the fascia of the body through the skin. So on your out breath, very, very gently pull the shoulder blade up towards the ceiling. And on the in-breath, you take it down. You're still maintaining your axis, so the spine is not going to be affected by what you're doing. You breathe out and you pull the left shoulder blade up towards the ceiling and take it down. Breathe out and take the right shoulder blade up towards the ceiling and breathe in and take it down. Breathe out and take the left up, pull and take it down. We're going to do this 5 times. And the feeling is that you're creating more and more space between those shoulder blades that if you've been studying a lot, or working on the computer a lot, maybe you're working more online now. Oh, it gets quite tight in there. So you're creating a lovely broad upper back like dancer's hand. So 5 times, that's the first phase of this movement. It's a package. And you access then the fascia by placing your middle finger just below the elbow. And again, remind yourself once again that you're floating on your back in the sea. Oh, nice, beautiful sea, maybe just outside of the soft shoulders. And let the arms go back as they comfortably can. Yeah. And then gently bringing the arms forward. You can bring them forward, not quite to your thighs. And breathe out. Soft, 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 soft shoulders. Just as far as they want to go, very lazy. Feeling your shoulder blades. Bring the arms forward. Easy breath, soft shoulders, soft, 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 soft shoulders. Ooh, I'm floating on my back in the sea. So, the upper back is so beautiful. It's a shame to have it full of knots and tension. Ah, how many was that now? Let's do one more for luck. Easy, soft shoulders, easy, 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 easy. Let those armpits open, you need to stretch it. Then you have the arms just in front of the breastbone. Remember to keep your axis, maintain your axis. And breathe out. Send the arms to one side. Breathe in. Come to the middle, breathe out, go to the other side. I love this one. Soft shoulders. Oh, keep that mobility there. You need that mobility in the upper back. Keep the axis though, and you go as far as you can without disturbing the axis. So if you've ever got upper back pain, shoulder pain, that's a wonderful one to do. Then give your body a chance to digest. Is my right arm reacting? Yeah, that's not me saying move your arm, that's my body showing me this movement, spontaneous movement is happening, is what I need. It's what I need to heal. What is magic? It really is magic. So here are some nice little holes that also if you have having issues with your back, it's therapeutic. So you put one hand on your left rib cage, and your other hand, with your other hand, you find your iliac crest. And you're going to use those two bony sides as bony handles. Whatever between those handles on the diagonal there, you relax it as much as possible. So you breathe in and you open the space between your left rib cage and your right iliac crest. You breathe out, you flex the right heel and extend the right leg down, strictly in parallel, not turned out. And then simply bend the knee in and change the hand. So your right hand is now cupping the right rib cage and your left hand is using the iliac crest as a bony handle. You breathe in and you open the space between those two sides. And you breathe out, keeping the leg parallel. Extend the leg down. And then simply bend in. All the time, change. Surrender the weight of the upper back. Breathe in, open between those two sides. Breathe out, maintain that opening and reach the leg down. Change. Open that space between the iliac crest and the rib cage. On the in-breath and then on the out-breath, stretch the leg down. Very important to keep the feeling of floating on your back. Easy breaths. Nice long slow out breath. Hard to be to do the breathing at the same time as talking. And then you place one hand on above your pubic bone. So you're going to use your pubic bone as a bony handle. And the other hand on your breastbone. And you take a deep breath in, and again you open the space between those points. Flex. And breathe out and stretch the legs. Okay, and then actually let's just stay there and breathe in, open that space between those points, and breathe out, maintain it. Breathe in, open that space between those 2 points, Still floating, and breathe out and maintain it. And then just relax a bit, just briefly. And put one hand on your breastbone, that other hand underneath your chin. As you can see, better if I do it this way around. So you're underneath the bony surface of the chin. You breathe in. Now you're going to maintain balance between the back of your neck and the front of your throat. Okay, so whatever you do, if you bring the chin down like that or the chin up like that, you maintain the balance, but you want to open space there. Sorry, so it's breathe in, open space, and breathe out and maintain it. Breathe in, open space, funny to talk at the same time, and breathe out and maintain it. And then place the hand that's under the chin underneath the occiput. The occiput is that beautiful bone at the back of the head, and you can get your thumb nicely tucked under the ridge of that bone at the top of the neck there. You breathe in and you open the space, and breathe out. Breathe in, open the space, and breathe out. And just relax. Very easy. And then the knees up towards your chest. And breathe in and very soften the hip joints. Open the legs to the side. And breathe in, close. Breathe out, soften hip joints, allow the feet to be soft. And breathe in, close. Very nice for the back, very nice for the hip joints. Breathe out to open. And breathe in, close. One more time. Having any trouble with your back, this is another nice one to do. And I'm very happy because it's not been long since I had my hip replacement. And look at that beautiful one. I wasn't able to open my left knee at all. So I'm very happy. So here we go, next phase. Extend the leg a little bit out. And bend the knee. Very easy, very relaxed. Oh, excuse me. Sorry about that. That's what happens when you're an old lady. And anyway, as we said, if you exercise, it could be that a little bit of various hips, no problem. And also you could have a little bit of creaky bones. It's all right. That's light. And then nice little roll. Easy little roll. Across the back. Keep the legs light and long, light and long. Nice. Probably feel a lot better now. So we've done about an hour. Let's turn it over onto our hands and knees. I'm just going to pin my hair up so it's out of the way. So when we come onto the hands and the knees, it's important to think of the arms and the thigh bones being like columns. So we place the palm of the hand directly under the shoulders and we place the knees directly under the hips. So the thighs and the arms are like columns. And first one, imagine that you're describing a figure of 8 and with your nose, let's say, 3 times in one direction, 3 times in the other. Easy breaths. And then we'll go over this in more detail another time, but for the time being, very soft hip joints, moving into a curve, and then sending the sit bones high to the ceiling, vertebra by vertebra, soft shoulders coming into whatever arch is good for you. Don't push things. Soft change in the pelvis. One vertebra at a time goes up towards the ceiling. Yeah, check yourself there. Have I released my hip joints? And sending the sit bones high to the ceiling. One vertebra at a time goes into an arch. Soft, 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 soft shoulders. The pelvis is very open here. It's normal. And you feel the palms of the hands fully on the floor, fully on the floor. Length of the fingertips. One more time into the arch and then we do the sexy cat. Okay, wiggling your tail, left and right. Yeah, and then changing pelvis, soft, 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 soft shoulders. When you get to here, take an extra deep breath in and breathe out and soften the ribcage. And then change the pelvis. One vertebra at a time, so the arch is distributed through the spine. And take a deep breath in and breathe out. See if you can soften in front of the hip joint. Sexy cut, left, right, left, right. And coming back into the curve. Keeping the palms positive. Sit back towards your heels, let the lower back open. Change the pelvis, send the sit bones to the ceiling. Arch the back and the cat that wants the cream. Breathe out and bring the breastbone through the arms and out. curling the back, sitting back, opening the lower back, changing the pelvis, and the cat that wants the cream. One more. Soft hip joints. If your feet cramp, you can tuck the toes under. Sometimes that can happen. Sitting back towards the heels, so get that nice opening in the lower back. Arch the back, and the cat that would like the cream. One more. Ooh. Remember to change the pelvis first here. Coming into an arch, keep the hip joints very soft. Keep the shoulders soft here. It's the shoulder blades that will work quite hard when you go to get the cream there. Okay? So, sit back on your heels. Let the head come down. For those of you that might not come all the way down, you can place one fist on the floor and then the other, and place your forehead here. And just breathe. And breathing in deeply. So when you do the ha ha ha, you think of the lower back opening. When you breathe in, think of filling the back of your lungs. One more time. And then very, very, very soft in hip joints. Roll up till you're sitting on the heels. And I think for the first time for this experiment, maybe that's enough to be getting on with. Keep safe. Take care of yourselves. I hope you enjoyed this. Bye.